All right, engineers, 3D modelers. Today, in this demo, I am going to show you how to create this plastic cup. That's a practice cup for you in Tinkercad. So, in order to do that, the first thing that we would need to do is we need to get the dimensions of this cup. And the relevant dimensions here are going to be the inside diameter of this cup, which is 26 millimeters, the outside diameter of this cup, which is 30 millimeters, the height of this cup, which is also 30 millimeters, and then the amount that's left over on the bottom of the cup. So the height of the base of this cup, which is 2 millimeters there. So with those dimensions and with Tinkercad, we're going to be able to create this model pretty quickly. So let's go ahead into Tinkercad and create a new 3D design. And we're going to go ahead and change the name because Bodacious Landy, I don't really know what that is. But I do know what a practice cup is, so we'll go ahead and change that name to practice cup. Okay, the next thing that we need to do is start with that inside diameter. So if you remember, the inside diameter, the hole, was 26 millimeters, and the outside diameter was 30. So we're going to start with the inside, and we're going to create that hole that's 26 millimeters. So we'll bring in a hole, we'll adjust the width, so holding shift, I'll click on a corner, and then I can type in 26. That should adjust the length and the height as well. Now, I do need the height to be a little bit taller because I only want 2 millimeters left over. I actually need to make the hole 28 millimeters tall so that it leaves 2 millimeters left. So 30 minus 28 is 2. That would give you the 2 millimeter base. So what we've done so far is we have created this inside hole that's going to get cut. Now we need to actually create this 30 by 30 by 30 millimeter cylinder. And then we can center them and do some joining. So we'll bring in a actual solid this time. We will adjust the width and the length to be 30 by 30. Now one thing, if you haven't noticed this, it's a small detail, but you can change how round your shape is by increasing the number of sides. So if we want to make it a perfect circle, then we increase the number of sides. And we can do that on this hole as well. All right, so we've got our hole, or our solid, which is 30 by 30 by 30. And then we've got the hole, which is 28 by 26 by 26. So the last thing that we need to do before we actually align these things together is we need to move this hole 2 millimeters off of the work plane so that it actually, when we add it together with the solid, it will leave 2 millimeters behind. So we'll just bring this up, 1, 2. And now that we've got that one off of the work plane and our solid on the work plane, now we can highlight them both. And we can align them in the center. And then again in the center here. We shouldn't see anything on the bottom because there should be some left over. This hole should be intersecting in the top there. That's perfect. And as long as they're both selected, we can go ahead and group them. And when we group them together, you should have this object remaining. So this object you can see is 30 by 30 by 30. And our hole cut out there is a 26 millimeter hole in diameter, leaving 2 millimeters left over. There's the practice cup.